Hello, this is for the sign of Aries. My name is Michelle and welcome to my channel, The Signs of Tarot. Please take a moment to hit that subscribe button. I just have such great feeling every time I do an Aries reading. I just feel that this is the year of Aries. 2021 just makes me feel that it is the year of Aries. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right into your reading. I always start off all of my readings with a Wisdom of the Trees Oracle. It gives me a great energy read for the sign that I'm reading for, and I pulled out Juniper. Juniper is the tree that is known as the gateway between mortal man and the spiritual world. So Aries, maybe the reason why I feel this is going to be an amazing year for you is because you are tapping into your psychic senses. Maybe for those of you who have always felt that you had gifts of clairvoyancy, gifts of clairaudience, visions, the ability to read tarot, the ability to see into the future, this is the year maybe for you to really tap into your intuition. Take a class, whatever city you live in, whatever country you live in. There's so many classes online to really dive into the world of metaphysics. I really encourage you, Aries, because this is the card that is the gateway between you and spirit. So if you have been feeling a sense of intuition, or if you have been feeling a sense that you're connected on a deeper level, I'm going to, tell you to explore those feelings. All right, we're going to dive right into your reading right now. We take the bottom of the deck. I use a double-decker Rider-Waite deck for today's reading. If Spirit wants to come through with a message, usually Spirit comes through with the same card more than once. So let's start with the bottom of the deck. Beautiful. Telling you, Aries, it's your year. It's the Nine of Cups, the happiest card in the deck. Breaking free. 8 of Swords. Page of Swords. 10 of Wands reversed. 7 of Wands reversed. Strength, Leo. Knight of Wands. Queen of Cups. The Fool in reverse. Empress. Let me just turn this a little bit so that you can see all the cards. All right, Aries, we started your card with the Oracle deck, the Juniper. Did I mention that the Juniper berry is what is primarily used in gin? That is the special flavor in the spirit gin. Maybe some of the Aries I'm reading for are in the spirits business, food and beverage industry, but way back when they started creating gin, they said gin was a little bit hallucinogenic, which probably opened up the kaleidoscope eye or your third eye for you to be connected to the divine. So I think it all works in tandem. All right, let's dive into your tarot read. We have the 9 of Cups and the 8 of Swords and the Page of Swords. You're super happy. In fact, you're not used to being this happy, Aries, and it's making you a little bit uncomfortable. Although you're not a water sign, you're not drowning yourself in all of your emotions, the 9 of Cups could also be drinking a little bit too much. And I just mentioned gin as part of the Juniper. Maybe now that things are opening up in the world and we're not so confined, maybe you find yourself going out and celebrating a lot with friends and family and co-workers and just getting back out into the real world. But the 9 of Cups is all about being happy and stable. So that's an exciting card to start your tarot reading. Now, 8 of Swords next to the Page of Swords. Whether you are in a relationship right now, in a committed relationship, or just on the dating scene, somebody is watching you. To get the 8 of Swords next to the Page of Swords, that's all about communication. That's all about intellect. That's all about private investigation. I feel like somebody's watching you online. Somebody is investigating you. Perhaps you're up for a job, and so they are calling your references, reviewing you on social media, trying to get to know you a little bit more. The 8 of Swords is one of the most complicated cards in the deck because it has so many positive meanings and it has a few negative meanings. But in this particular case, I'm just getting a feeling that the 8 of Swords is about breaking free. This is about you breaking free from mental entrapments that have kept you bound, okay? Because here you are letting go of your burdens. So both of these cards to me are breaking free mentally, breaking free physically. So I don't know what has held you back. Let's talk about the mental holdbacks of fear, of patterns, of feeling I can't do it, I can't do it. Okay, that's not an Aries personality. An Aries personality is one that you can walk into a room and command a room in the first 10 seconds. So maybe this is the energy of the person that's on your mind coming through on you, and that often happens during my tarot readings. The Eight of Swords is about feeling trapped, but you're not really trapped. It's like your mind playing tricks on you, your mind painting pictures that really don't exist, your mind creating scenarios that don't exist. You see, she's not behind those swords. She's in front of the swords. She can walk away at any time, okay? That blindfold is loose. The ties are loose. She just has to go to the left and rub up next to a sword, and her hands could be free. So this is a self-imposed prison that you're breaking free from. Or the person that is in your heart and your soul, the energy is coming through that this might be your person. And here is letting go of struggles, letting go a relief. When you get the 10 of Wands in reverse, it is relief. It is the boulders and the weight on your shoulder being dropped. So 2 cards of freedom, okay? The Page of Swords, pages are always about messages. And again, I don't know if you are following my channel at all, but I have a deep connection with birds in tarot. So whenever there are birds in tarot, to me those are messages coming down from the divine. It could be synchronicities. You could be seeing sequential numbers on license plates. You could wake up at 3:33 in the morning. You could see 1, 2, 3, 4. You could see your birthday or people's birthday that matters to you. Right now, and this page has a bunch of birds. So you're getting a download from the divine of a lot of messages right now, because pages are all about messages, but it's all about messages of truth. I don't know, Aries, maybe a truth came through. Maybe you found out something. Maybe you were the one who was stalking online. Maybe you found out something that, as much as you didn't want to see what you found, it at least gave you answers and closures, which is allowing you to break free, which is allowing burdens to be lifted off of your shoulder, which is keeping you in a very happy, jovial, you might be drinking too much place. All right, let's dive into the second part of your reading, because I think the second part of your reading is the person that is in your heart space right now. Whether or not you are together or in no communication, the person in your heart space right now, the Seven of Wands in reverse. I read the Seven of Wands a little bit different than most readers. When the Seven of Wands is upright, it's all about winning, being confident, rising above pettiness. To me, this is a card of divine and spiritual elevation. Very much like your oracle card of you being connected to the divine. Except this second half here is the person in your heart space. And they got the card in the reverse. You know what? I'm going to read this how I see it, because I got to keep it raw. I got to keep it real, Aries. I think your significant other understands that you have gifts, that you're very in tune to the universe, that you're very in tune to your spirituality, that you are guided by something more than just your thoughts, that there's a deep spiritual connection. I think your significant other is a little bit jealous that they don't possess that level of confidence and connectivity to the divine that you do. I'm just calling it like I see it with this card. Okay? The relationship you have could be very strong, or it could be reuniting in Leo season, which is August. Let me read this a different way. I feel the person in your life right now has some jealous issues with you, whether it's your spiritual connectivity. I don't know if there's competition between the two of you. I don't know if that kind of relationship you have. You know, I read this as a romantic significant other, but it could be a family member, it could be a coworker. This to me is jealous over competition, Or this to me is the feeling of they get everything and I get nothing. Or how come everything good comes to that person and doesn't come to me? This is a little bit of a petty feeling coming from the person that's in your heart space right now. And there's passion in your relationship. The Knight of Wands is always passion. It's always extreme passion. It's always trying new things, being adventurous. You know, you guys don't share in that same, let's go out to the same place for dinner night after night, order the same thing. There's an adventurous spirit in this relationship where you like to try new things, experience new things, travel, you know, and that is a bond that makes you guys very strong together because you both have an adventurous spirit. But my gut is telling me that there's something going on with your significant other to where they're a little bit jealous over your success right now, Aries. I got to keep it real. Now, I don't know if your significant other is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, okay? The Queen is staring at the cups. And even though her feet are firmly planted on the ground of the earth, which is stability, around tumultuous waters, we know water signs are very emotional. She's staring at the trophy, and it's underneath this card of lack. Do you make more money than your significant other? Are you more successful than your significant other? Did you receive a promotion, or did your company grow quicker than your significant other's world in employment? That's what I'm getting. This doesn't have to be a female. We all possess female and masculine traits. So you read it as the Queen because that's what the card is, but take it vice versa. This, you could be a guy, you could be a girl, same sex, it doesn't matter. Your significant other is feeling a sense of lack or unworthiness, and it's creeping into, not only do they feel a little bit of a lack and self-unworthiness, it's starting to poke at you, a little bit jealous over your success, okay? But what your significant other doesn't realize is that petty feeling of not being fully excited for your success is really inhibiting that person from moving forward and being the best success they can be. You know, you want to uplift the people in your life. You want the best for the people in your life. And what comes around back to you is the best for you. So my only advice in this one particular read, Aries, because you're at a very happy place, is help your significant other not be jealous over your success. Help them recognize the value they portray. And success is relative. Just because somebody makes $1 million doesn't make them successful. Just because somebody has a big home doesn't make them successful. Just because somebody comes from a big family doesn't make them successful unless they have nurtured all of those relationships. Success is relative. And I think that there's a little bit of a disconnect between you and your partner that needs to be worked out. I'm going to take a couple more cards out of the Visionary deck here just to get a future for you. The reading got a little bit long. The Emperor, that's there you are standing on your throne as the Emperor. Very direct, very confident, majestic. Everything you touch turns to gold. Temperance, balance. Yeah, you're going to bring some balance into your relationship. Again, the birds here flying around are going to help you connect to the divine. We just need to bring a little bit of balance into this relationship, Aries, because there's some petty jealousy there that's really inhibiting your partner from being the best that they can be. You know, you want to work together to lift both of you. All right, that's your messages for today. Namaste.